Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Tuesday the 31st of March. So last day of the month, let's have a quick look at what's going on in these markets, starting with the euro dollar. Yesterday we saw the first down day in about well over a week now, well, we've seen a bit of continuation through this morning. From some analysis I've been doing, I wouldn't be surprised if we see it predominantly for the rest of the week, but we'll see. At the moment it's broken its sort of trend line. It did that yesterday. It's running off towards the weekly pivot at this stage. For the bulls out there, I mean, this will be a key area on this if it hits this level, whether it will rally, push back up. If it does, then well, how far it can move is another matter. To me, it's losing ground here. It's slowed up. Volumes have dropped off somewhat in these markets. When you look, I'm just going to put a volume picture here. You see Friday was lower than the previous days, and then yesterday was quite a low volume day. We might see a pick up in these volumes, particularly if we start sort of gaining any momentum in this downside. The volumes may pick up there, but it does, to me, look on the weaker side now in what we're seeing. So opportunities, well, there is a daily pivot above. If we did see any sort of push up, well, that would be a target, but that might be a good sell point in what I believe may be a correction from what we've been seeing over the last week or so. So just really looking to trade any potential downside here. The pound bearish Arami yesterday with a candle pushed through, triggered that, and is also looking bearish towards its weekly pivot. Again, slower here. The volumes again have been light when you look at the hourlies, etc. So lower volumes. In fact, I can pop them on here. Just you can see this is quite an interesting fact that you see. You used to see this in stocks a lot when the volumes are starting heading south and the price is moving up north, and you just think, well, who the hell is going to be carrying on buying this up when it's we're running out of buyers basically? And well, it may be the case with this euro and the pound, a similar picture on both. So I'm expecting a bit more of a correction here, maybe eventually down to its weekly S1, but certainly looking at a weekly pivot at the moment. Now, of course, I can be wrong, but that's how I'm looking at things at this juncture. So MACD back there. Anyway, so yes, we could get some rallies amongst this, and if we get it oversold, I would imagine those rallies would come in. Already caught a daily pivot here. S1. I mean, it's really thin old day yesterday, and you're seeing the pivots all over the place at the moment. Been quite tight pinch there, but looking like we may see a further downside. Dollar yen. Well, so. Reversal bar yesterday. Did make a new low yesterday, near-term low, but reversing on that at the moment, and looking like, well, potentially further upside here. Weekly pivot sits above there at 109.19, sort of zero area. I just see again. I'm just, as I said, looking at these markets, thinking I'd rather be on this what appears to be a new trend than against it at this stage. So looking for further upside, maybe on these pivots up to the R2 even on this yen. Maybe today we'll see how it runs, but at the moment it is looking more slower, admittedly. Again, if you look at the volumes here, you see the general trend of volume here is down over the last couple of days there, and particularly as we've sort of bottomed out there, it's just sort of dropping off again. So maybe these markets are settling back to where they were before the bigger outbreak of coronavirus. Aussie dollar holding up better. It's interesting, the big money, looking at the sentiment, was more bullish on the Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar. They seem to have better opportunity. The pound, the euro, in particular, looking at the long positions sort of fading away a little bit more on those. Here we're seeing a little bit the different opposite. And realistically, if you look at the fundamentals, if China starts picking up and we're seeing some data coming through from China, it looks a bit more positive. These two countries could benefit a little bit more. Now, today it has got daily pivot underneath, so a change of direction here may see it run back to that, but alternatively, it may just be a slow old drift further upwards at this stage. And that's the way I'd be looking if I was trading it, looking for retracements. Okay, the Canadian dollar again, reversal here. Didn't quite put a proper bullish pivot swing in there, weren't far off it though. May see continuation here coming through. I keep on saying that soft price of oil is not at all going to do any favours to the Canadian dollar, and well, we may see these sort of near to these records re-attacked at some point. Okay, not much else there to mention on that. Let's have a look at the S&Ps. They picked up yesterday, I believe. Saw headline data coming through on the S&Ps. There we go, pushed up solidly yesterday after a dip in between. Maybe the S&Ps with all the stimulus packages may continue to pick, but we'll see. And we've got lots of data to come out, which anything around the coronavirus may just cause some blips in this. But overall, looking more positive at this stage. What else? We just wanted to have a look at oil briefly. Still around near-term record lows. I mean, these are, well, you have to go way back to see these lows. So pretty poor outlook at the moment for the oil. There may become a point where the oil does look like a reasonable buy on a long-term option contract, because I can't see it settling down here for too long a period. Although if we're talking another 3 months, 6 months, you want to be buying long term out there and seeing if you can get some decent prices. But for now, oil is pretty flat there, with the potential of some rather large upward buying at some stage, if a deal was ever agreed there, or between Russia and Saudi. Right. That's pretty much it for me. Have a great day. News-wise today. Manufacturing data has already been out in China. UK current accounts already out. That wasn't particularly pretty. GDP for Canada at 12:30. Chicago PMI coming out. I think this is actually 1:30 Canada there. These times are wrong on here. And consumer confidence there at 3 PM for the US. That is it for me. Have a great day. Bye for now.